Hello, my dear friends, and Happy New Year! I'm Michaela. Welcome to my astrology channel, Today Energy. In this video, we're gonna discuss in depth the approaching full moon in Cancer. It happens on the 7th of January at 16 degrees of Cancer. So let's see. First of all, you know already that full moons tend to bring some clarity, some awareness of what exactly is going on, especially in the sphere of life that is corresponding to the part of our astrological natal charts, which are triggered by this particular full moon. So we might become more aware, it might become more clear what's going on there, and hence we can make our decision. Are we happy? Are we reaping our rewards now, the fruits of our labor, of our efforts? Or do we need to change somehow our attitude and do some course correction? Or are we just giving up and that does not interest us anymore, so we kind of leave this project? That is why we know that full moons oftentimes bring as well culminations, celebrations, or endings in some projects. In this case, maybe it's related to something we have started either at the end of June 2022 or at the beginning of July 2021, because then we had the last two new moons in Cancer. So in the same sign that now we have the culmination, the fruition, the full moon. And of course, that's the same part of your natal chart. The good news is that the moon rules the sign of Cancer, so she is at home, so she feels comfortable, and that's very important because normally around full moons we tend to feel much more sensitive, much more emotional. Yes, now we will feel the same, really, because Cancer is a water sign and water is about emotions. Cancer, as an archetype, generally rules concepts like family, parents, children, home, place of living, homeland, nurturing, food, our stomach, biologically the breasts as well, liquids, right? So, and of course, full moons are always a moment of opposition between the moon and the sun. So we have the needs versus the desires of the ego. We have the emotions versus the rationale. And in this case, even more so, because let me actually share the chart with you. The chart of this full moon in Cancer. It's built for the 7th of January for the time in Sofia, Bulgaria, where I'm located now, but you can adjust the time according to your time zone. You have to see that the moon is at 16 degrees and 21 minutes of Cancer, and it makes the opposition to the sun at the same degrees and minutes, but of the opposite sign of Capricorn. And by the way, we have predominantly in this moment in the sky Earth energy and predominantly cardinal energy. So that's a lot of actually Capricorn vibe in the around us. In the society. So as much as Cancer talks about feelings, about needs, about desire to be nurtured, to be parenting, to behave maybe more emotionally and more like a child, maybe there will be some topics coming to the surface from our childhood, maybe some grudges we hold on someone. But we have to take responsibility. We have to behave more as a mature adult person, almost like as a parent, I would say. Maybe it's a good idea to be your own parent, right? And meet your own needs in order to expect this from someone else. The truth is somewhere in the middle in any case, but what we see as well here is that the moon makes opposition at the same time to Mercury. Mercury, who is retrograding since the 29th of December. Yes, all this time he moves backwards, apparently on the sky, until the 18th of January. And now he is so close to the sun that the ancient astrologers were calling this position a combust position, burned position. So the sun is too hot, it's too bright. And Mercury, the planet of communication and thinking processes, cannot be seen, cannot be expressed clearly. So at this moment of the full moon, it will be a bit harder. We would like to talk out, to speak out, to express ourselves, to reach some agreement, right? Full moons, as any opposition talks about negotiations, looking for compromise, connections, relationships. In this case, maybe with children, with parents, with the homeland. But we might feel exactly in this particular moment rather misunderstood and rather confused. But don't despair, because just a couple of hours later, well, I would say 13 hours later, so for Sofia, Bulgaria time, that would be 2 o'clock and 50 minutes, 2:50 p.m., Mercury will reach the exact conjunction with the Sun. It will be at 16 degrees 57 minutes of Capricorn. Now, this couple of hours, right, around, let's say around noon, 1, 2, 3 p.m. On the 7th of January, but once again, check for your local time zone. Well, then we have this window of opportunity, so to say, because it's a moment of Cazimi, Mercury Cazimi, exactly being in the center of the sun, being like the messenger of God is on a private audience with the main God himself, the sun who gives light, warmth, life for all of us, right? The big spirit. So basically, in this particular moment, we can reach some epiphanies, some aha moments, some realizations, some important news can come, some important messages that will make the situation much more clear. We can express ourselves more clearly. So if you have to send an email or, do some important negotiation, if you cannot wait, then this is the couple of hours that you can do that with a very, very concentrated and clear mind. Besides this, we see another planet that supports this emotional full moon, and we are very glad to receive any support in this moment, and that's the usual troublemaker Uranus, because usually he is very neurotic, he's very agitated, he wants change, freedom at all cost, usually, right? Very rebellious, like the underdog, the black sheep. But in this case, look at that, he makes positive aspects to the luminaries. Since we are focused on what's going on with the moon, well, Uranus makes a sextile to the moon. It's a helping aspect. So whatever realization we reach to during this full moon, they will be a really liberating, really exciting. Uranus in a positive sense. It's authenticity, it's excitement, it's freedom, it's like, I'm done with this situation. I release it. I move forward. I understand now what's going on. So this is this is why I'm experiencing this. I let go, right? I want to be free. I want to go through my own authentic path. And this is basically the help which now we receive from Uranus. Now, after this lunation, the next 2 weeks will be the phase of waning moon, right? Of moon which decreases its light until it reaches the new moon phase on the 21st of January. So I would not recommend starting anything new throughout this waning phase. It's really more adequate to release, to let go, to detox, to maybe do some diet, to finish some projects Besides this, look at that. Mars is still retrograde till the 12th of January. Mercury is retrograde till the 9th of January, but sorry, 19th of January. But after the 19th of January, we have amazing period till the 21st of April with no retrograde planets on the sky, with no retrograde energy pulling inwards, pulling backwards. No digging deeply within ourselves. No, everything moves forward, outside, outward, into society, in towards achievements and progress. So just wait till Mercury turns direct again on the 19th of January, and you will see how the new year will make sense and everything will move forward with much more passion and enthusiasm, right? Mars direct again as well after the 12th. So now I stop sharing the screen because I want to give you the usual sweet short forecast for each sign separately. Please do listen to my forecast for your rising sign, because I base my forecast on the ascendants. And also it shows you what external events you might expect happening to you. Then if you have additional 2-3 minutes, you can also check the information for your sun sign, because that will show you even more in-depth information, possibly about how you will react on those events, what you can do actually with this. And last but not least, you can also listen to the information for your moon sign, because that might show you how you will internally feel about what's going on in your life, maybe how you will also emotionally react, and how will this affect your inner peace, let's say so. Okay, so dear Aries, for you this full moon happens in your 4th house. So we have some news, some culmination in topics related to your place of living, your residency, your maybe paperwork and documents related to where you live, like visas, temporary residence, permanent residence, and so on. Maybe there are some important news coming from parents, from family. Mercury is retrograde in your 10th house, right opposite this lunation, this full moon. So maybe you will be considering to change your place of living because of your work, or you will consider to work in a family business, or work with real estate property, or with your homeland. This is all supported by Uranus in your 2nd house. So first of all, this is all quite exciting and liberating. Maybe you'll be like, finally, I have my new job. I can move out of home and live independently. And Uranus is in the 2nd house of finances and income. So anything you do related to home, family, business, work will be actually very beneficial for you. Maybe you're becoming a freelancer. Maybe you're modernizing or diversifying your sources of income. Dear Taurus, for you this full moon happens in your 3rd house. So we're talking about a lot of news indeed, maybe finishing a study, graduating, receiving a diploma, certificate, having some exciting travel journey somewhere, meeting some new people or someone from the past as well. Mercury is retrograding in your 9th house, so you might visit some place you've been already abroad. Maybe you return back to finish some education, or you meet some friends from abroad. And you are the initiator of all of this, because Uranus, who brings excitement and originality to all the situation, is in your 1st house. So you are not afraid to be unconventional, to be original, to be authentic. Maybe that's how you actually decide to make the trip, to start study something in science, or something related to new technologies, IT, astrology, and so on. And you are probably also changing your overall direction in life and your belief system based on your knowledge, skills, and studies. Dear Gemini, for you, this full moon happens in your second house. So some exciting realization, culmination of work projects. Maybe you become a freelancer, diversifying your sources of income, modernizing your work. Uranus is in your 12th house. So maybe you are taking some projects or finishing some projects that you did remotely online from a place of isolation, or you worked for some international organization, maybe NGO. And Mercury is retrograde in your 8th house, so you are still looking for sources of passive income. Maybe you're renting your flat and start traveling and go abroad, go to some island country or to a retreat, but you receive your passive income. Maybe you are now re-signing documents about loans, about some support, financial support, sponsorship for your work projects and business projects. Or maybe you start working in the field of psychology and esoterics. Dear Cancer, for you, this full moon happens, of course, in your first house, and you will feel it the most if your ascendant or sun or moon are around the 16th degree of your sign. And that's a huge spotlight on you, so you can become popular, you can become, on a spotlight because you finish some important personal project, because you prove yourself to the world, because you receive some award, some reward, gratitude from others. Mercury is opposing this full moon from your 7th house, so maybe you are seeing more clearly your relationships, your partnerships, you're resigning some contracts, some deals, maybe old clients come to you again, give you some important feedback so you can be proud of yourself. Uranus is giving excitement to this lunation from your 11th house, so maybe you are meeting again with old friends, or you meet new people who are supporting your original idea. So don't be afraid to be authentic, to be original, to go out of the box. You will meet the right tribe, the right like-minded people for you. It might be a group of astrology, of science, of technology. Maybe you'll study something, or maybe you will be chasing now some new unconventional dream. Important is to dream big, and to be sure it's an authentic plan and dream for you, what you truly want. Dear Leos, for you, this full moon happens in your 12th house. So we have an energy of culmination and ending and healing in the house of the subconscious emotions of the past, of sabotaging behaviors and habits, bad habits. So now is a good chance to heal, to burn bridges, to let go of something, to get rid of bad habits. Plus Mercury is in your 6th house retrograde, so you might get back to some exercise, healthy diet, basically take better care of yourself emotionally and physically. Maybe you're also getting back to some better life work balance, in order to sleep better, relax better, feel better, right? So you have to reevaluate your work and your emotional needs. But maybe there is something revolutionary happening in your work. Maybe you're becoming a freelancer or diversifying your incomes or work, because Uranus adds excitement to this lunation from your 10th house of mission in life. So maybe you're coming to the conclusion, what is the true mission that you want to perform in this life? Not just work for money, but work for some bigger goal and idea. Dear Virgos, for you, this full moon happens in your 11th house of friends. So maybe there is a culmination of a group project. Maybe you're on a stage performing, presenting something with your people, with your tribe. Maybe there are news from your friends. And this lunation is opposing Mercury retrograde in your 5th house. Maybe you're meeting some old lovers. Maybe you're reestablishing conversation with children, with your children. Maybe you're considering to have children. Maybe you're rediscovering your talents, your passions, your hobbies. Maybe a long time ago, you as a kid used to go to ballroom dances, and now you find a club next to home and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go again, you know. It might be related even more to studies. Maybe you'll decide to study languages, to go abroad, maybe join some international volunteer organization, because Uranus adds excitement and originality and some liberation for you from your ninth house of abroad, of foreign cultures, foreign lands, travels. So maybe with your friends, you're traveling somewhere like tourists to, you know, to celebrate someone's engagement, or, you know, some crazy fun event. But also Uranus in the ninth house can change overall your worldview, your principles, your moral code, and your life direction. Maybe it's because you meet someone special from abroad and it will change all your life and all your dreams and goals. Also, it's 11th house. So you will dream from now on to go to live abroad with this person, for which sake you will learn a foreign language. Dear Libras, for you this full moon happens in your 10th house. Especially you will feel it if your MC, the career point, is around 16 degrees of Cancer. Wow, this is an important lunation because it illuminates you, your skills, your mastery, you as an expert, you as an important member of the society, maybe a manager, director, so you might have a promotion, reward at work, bonuses, acknowledgements. Maybe you are ending work, maybe you are retiring, going on pension or on maternity leave. Maybe you become a parent, grandparent, a husband, wife. You buy a house, maybe you become a property owner, home or abroad, because this lunation makes an opposition to Mercury retrograde in your 4th house of home and family. So you're getting back to some old ideas, maybe renovating a home, selling a property. Because also, you see, Uranus is making a positive aspect to this lunation from your 8th house of either passive income or of intimate relationships, sharing something with someone, either with business, maybe you're opening your own business from home with your family, or you are getting pregnant and this is the big news at home, or you're getting financial support for your career, business initiations. Maybe some news regarding the finances of your partner, your spouse. Let's say you're pregnant, or you start getting support in maternity from your government, or you're renting your property and you start receiving a passive income, which allows you to follow your true mission and dreams in life. Dear Scorpios, for you this full moon happens in your 9th house. It's the area of knowledge, of education. Full moon is to be on the spotlight. 9th house is to be accepted as a master, teacher, mentor, expert. So you show your skills to the world. Maybe you are shining like a star on some conference of some social event. You're publishing something, you're producing some mental product. At the same time, Mercury is retrograding right across your chart in your 3rd house. So maybe you are indeed renewing or finishing some studies. You want to get certified. You want to receive the diploma. Maybe you are meeting old classmates, neighbors. You're talking some old plans with your siblings or relatives, maybe for, you know, relocation. Certainly, this is the axis of travel. So maybe you'll have an important trip with someone close. Uranus in the 7th house is adding some excitement to this lunation. So you might suddenly meet someone special, or some teacher or client or business partner, maybe someone unconventional, original, or from abroad. Dear Sagittarius, for you, this full moon happens in your 8th house. Right across is Mercury retrograde in your 2nd house. So you're certainly mulling over something about your work, income, how to maybe work smart, not hard. Plus, Uranus is in your 6th house, and Uranus is making a positive aspect here. So you're feeling more free, more liberated regarding your work. Even if you quit your old office, you have a chance to start living from some passive income. Maybe you become a freelancer. Maybe you're renting some property. You certainly discover some more professional talents that you can ask even more, money for. It's important to change your routine. You will most probably change your routine in order to feel more authentic, more free as how you work and also how you take care of yourself. Full moon in 8th house might be a culmination and an ending of some problem, some health problem even. But most importantly, it can really bring you some financial benefits. Some business possibly. Dear Capricorn, for you this full moon happens in your 7th house, and you will feel it the most if your descendant is located around the 16 degrees of Cancer. Well, you will have some news from your partners, some clarity about your deals and contracts, maybe ending of negotiations, culmination of partnerships. It can be breaking up, it can be engagement, marriage. But you see, Mercury is retrograding in your 1st house since the 29th of December 2022. So you are the one who is still considering things, not sure, planning. And it's okay. This is the right thing to do while Mercury is retrograde, finishing something from the past, re-signing, re-establishing maybe some old contacts. Maybe old clients come to you. Maybe you're meeting some ex-partner. And Uranus is adding excitement to all of this from your 5th house. So either we are truly talking about some business that you're rethinking, maybe the concept of your business, but it must be something very interesting and exciting and original. Or maybe you're thinking about children with your partner, or maybe there is development, unexpected development in the romantic field for you. Dear Aquarius, for you this full moon happens in your 6th house. So we're talking about some realization and clarity about what's going on with your health, with your routine. It's a great time to get rid of bad habits, to establish more proper balance between, work-life balance, basically. Remember that physical symptoms usually are the final stage of the body giving us alert that something is wrong, first of all, in our psyche, in our emotional world. Because Mercury, you see, is retrograding in your 12th house of the subconscious, of the deep emotions. Maybe in order to feel better physically, in order, let's say, to stop overeating or smoking, you have to speak with your therapist or psychologist about what's going on with your memories from the past, or even more so, your repressed memories from the past. Maybe you'll make some regression or constellation with your family members. Mercury in the 12th can talk about, looking again for your psychologist, your guru. Maybe you will find some medical system or medicine from exotic cultures from abroad. And Uranus is making a positive aspect to this lunation from your 4th house. Indeed, you will have some realization about your ancestors, family, homeland. And if we talk about work, it might be that you become a home officer or working from home, maybe you will be establishing one of the rooms in your home to be a more comfortable working space for yourself, or you will work with a family business or with family members or something related to real estate property, or you will do some more exercises from home. Dear Pisces, for you this full moon happens in your 5th house. How exciting, because this is a beautiful area of the natal chart, talking about what we love and whom we love. So you will have some culmination here in your romantic relationships, in the relationships with your children. Maybe you will have the news that you are expecting children. Maybe you will discover and show to the world, most importantly, some talents of yours, or there will be culmination of your business. Right across in your 11th house is Mercury retrograding, so you might get back to some old friends for support, or old class, or a group of people with whom you can train something, or share the same passion, the same hobby. Maybe you become a teacher. Actually, Uranus is aspecting positively this lunation from your 3rd house, bringing some exciting knowledge. 3rd house, exciting new skills, maybe technical, maybe scientific, maybe regarding astronomy, astrology, aviation. You can teach other people, you can engage them in what you love, form a group of like-minded people around you, become popular even, possibly. So, my dear friends, this is how this full moon in Cancer looks like. Of course, I wish you to have a wonderful full moon in the next couple of weeks. Take care of yourselves, stay healthy, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.